this is not said as any threat. It's a prediction. If there's destruction of the Good Friday Accords, they're very unlikely to have a UK-US bilateral. We have to have a path that includes that. Now, our distinguished ambassador has made the UK position very clear to us about the complexity of the negotiation. So let's just, and by the way, I have to say that the leadership in Ireland is very sympathetic to, let's work this out. Nobody's declaring one thing or another, but you asked. Yeah, it would be problematic in terms of a bilateral.
Treaties, agreements on climate change, Congress has always stood it on.
The fact that we have this special relationship is one that we value in the U.S. and appears to be valued in the U.K. as well, I hope. And it is special. It is special. So we have had. It doesn't mean that you always agree on everything. And of course, we have democratic systems where there are different people who emerge in the leadership and representation of our country. So I wouldn't judge what happened in the previous 4 years as an indication of where we are, getting to the further question of the transatlantic relationship. If you, in fact, listen to our national security experts, they tell us this is a real challenge because we have competition for resources and habitat that is necessitated by migration and the rest, rising sea levels, encroachment of deserts, drying of rivers, the thermal management of the planet. You know all of the issues that are weighing in on the climate crisis. But if you're in denial about that, you don't believe the science or the data, and therefore you don't want to respond to any regulations to make the difference, then that creates a problem.
David Lanning has been another former ambassador you may have known. David,
it was an insurrection incited by the President of the United States. No one could have ever expected that or been prepared for something like that. But it had its roots in some kinds of white supremacy, anti-Semitism, Islamophobia. That's how the FBI director describes some of what is out there, when he has said the U.S. is more at risk from domestic terrorism than from global terrorism. Imagine that. So this is different from a political disagreement, which is like nothing compared to the challenge to our democracy manifested that day. Might be manifested this weekend again some way, but also manifested across the country in state legislatures passing laws to undermine the sanctity of the vote, to suppress the vote in a way that shuts out, shall we say, people of color, people of lower income